What is going on, you guys? My name is Rage, and we are back today with Marvel Strike Force's newest character here being Nico Minoru joining the battle here and rounding out the rest of the AForce team. As you can see, her specialty is really going to be applying positive effects and clearing negative from the allies here. As well, being a supported character, all her abilities actually are going to apply random positive effects after each time it's used. And as well, her synergy overall with the team will be granting focus and max health, and as well as being able to grant really effective conditions such as safeguard, immunity, and death proof. And she also actually has a revive as well. So how we're going to recruit her is actually through a milestone event. So definitely going to be interesting as more development comes from that end. But as you can see, with every new character that comes into the game, we must take advantage of this extra 15% increase to the Redstar Orbs. So definitely we're going to be opening some Orbs today, guys, and as well taking a look at her kit overall, as well as preemptively some T4 recommendations high level. So that being said, before we get started, just want to highlight to your guys' attention, always make sure that her icon's showing here. And as you can see, we have been saving up quite a bit of red stars just because we know there's a lot of characters coming, and AForce is going to be part of the next Scourge event being the second Legendary Horseman. So definitely really good to be mindful of, especially if you're building this team. But always make sure, guys, before you even start opening these orbs, just make sure you're hitting the eye, additional details, and scrolling down and ensuring that the Nico Minoru, as you can see, the extra 15% is applying, so that way when we're going through, we're going to get the added benefit here of drawing her. Now with these, I do like to budget either a 2 red or a 3 red, so let's get this party started. 125 here. I'm going to budget 5 to 10, so let's see how our luck is today. 5. Wow, I got a 5 purple there, but unfortunately it wasn't Nico. We'll just keep this going then. In my last Redstar orb, I did got super lucky, and sometimes the luck just unfortunately it kind of balances like this, right? So we'll see how it does today. But overall, I think with these orbs, generally if you can get a 2 or 3 red, it's gonna save you in the long term, especially using those silver credits to upgrade. This is number 5 right here, and still so far no Nico, so we're getting some duplicates, but gives me a good chance here. I might have to actually switch over to the Elite Force, just because I know sometimes my balance of luck usually shifts over when we take that chance. So fortunately we've been saving up a lot, so not a big deal. But wow, we actually haven't even drew her once yet here, so let's just keep going. Got a blue there. Oh, beautiful. That's actually where I'm okay with now. That's a 3 red on my end, so I'm pretty happy with that. Again, keep in mind, guys, this is a war offense team, so I'm not sure how you guys want to build them up. Obviously there's gonna be incentive with the fact that they're involved in the Legendary Scourge event, but keep that in mind. Just because this is a war team, you may or may not get to use them as often as you'd like, but likely they might find some value as well in Cosmic Crucible if they're a very potent offensive team, right? So that's it, guys. As you can see, rounding out the AForce now, the 4 characters here. Spider-Woman still available through the milestones. We're trying to unlock her. Jessica Jones, Captain Marvel has been available, and now we have Nico really rounding out the rest of the team here. So starting off with her basic attack here, Blood Strike. Essentially, she's going to attack the primary target for said damage, and as well, after every time she uses this ability afterwards, she's actually going to apply a random positive effect. So it can be a bleed to the primary target. She can also actually grant defense up, or as well healing the most injured ally for 15% of her max health. So that said, that means getting high red stars on her would actually benefit this ability quite well. The only thing I don't really like about these abilities is that they are random, so you're not really going to be able to control what's going to happen. Leveling this ability up, we're going to actually be able to clear heal block from the highest damage ally, so that's really good. We also clear stun as well as you level this up. So the T4 here really is just adding some additional damage, which you may or may not need. Just because she is more of a supportive role, I don't know if I would recommend this, but I do like the level 6 here for Valley, because you can see she still can actually call the ally with the highest damage to attack, so any additional damage is always much appreciated. Next up, we have Occult Bloodletting. So with this ability, she's going to be attacking the primary and adjacent targets for 80% damage. And again, similar to her basic, after every time this ability has been used, she's actually going to be applying either Disruption, gaining Death Proof, or as well as being able to apply 2 counters to all the adjacent allies here. War Offense, this attack cannot actually be blocked, so that's some added value there. Leveling this ability up, the damage does go up, as well as applying Bleed to adjacent and primary target, and as well as gaining regen. The Bleed actually gets additional stack right here on the level 6, and by T4ing, there's actually going to be some additional regeneration. So I mean, this is good if you guys find that she's going to be providing some additional support here, and you do find heavy usage in her. But I think level 6 still does really good value. I don't really see, especially with the T4 materials now being quite scarce, you really do have to be selective in terms of your upgrades. So nothing sticking out to me high level that I would warrant to guarantee T4, but overall I do like how supportive she is, and as well as the much needed damage for this team. Grim Tidings is her ultimate ability. She's going to be attacking all enemies for 100% damage and flipping all deflects to negative effects. So this is a very powerful innate ability right there. After every use of this ability, she's actually going to be gaining 2 evasion, applying 2 deflect to herself or allies. And what I like here is actually the revive, the Dead Eye Alive with 20% base health. So that right there, it could be a potential game changer, especially if someone fell. And I like the fact that it doesn't just necessarily apply to AForce, it can be anyone on the team. So that's going to have some value in some theory crafted teams right there. As you can see, by leveling this ability up, we're actually going to be able to flip speed up and defense up to all the negative effects. On War Offense, if she actually has the full team with her, she's actually going to be applying trauma and disruption for 2 turns. So I really like how this already applies right away, even without maximizing the ability. And as you can see, on top of that is actually going to be some additional damage with the level 6. T4ing here, there's additional damage included as well. The disruption and trauma actually lasts to the enemy with the highest damage. So to be quite honest with you, I think the level 6 again does a really good job. So level 7 is really going to be focusing on an enemy that you really want to pinpoint and take down ASAP with the damage. So again, another one where you might have to see how effective the team synergy is to see if that's warranted, because I think the level 6 is already quite powerful for that. So I do definitely need to see that in practice in order to make a decision. But overall, still does a really good job. So I wouldn't recommend T4ing it right away. Last but not least, guys, Blood Sorcery is her passive. As you can see, she's going to gain max health, and as well as granting that respectively for her AForce allies. On War Offense, actually on spawn, there's going to be immunity and death proof given to the lowest health ally. Focus will go up as well as this ability gets increased. On War Offense, respectfully, immunity and death proof is actually going to be applying to the highest health AForce allies. So just a change of wording right there from the lowest to the highest. And lastly, with the T4, she's actually going to be gaining drain. And what I like about this one is the safeguard to the highest health. So because Safeguard actually ensures no positive effects can be removed or flipped, I think this one's actually a no-brainer. You actually be upgrading, but keep in mind, again, this only applies on War Offense. So again, you may or may not want to upgrade them depending if you choose to use these guys in War. If you're just building up another team to be using in all game modes, then I would see how this team does first in the War meta before you make those decisions. So there you guys have it. A brief overview of Nico Minoru and the rest of the AForce here. Really nice to see a powerful character join the Void. I didn't see any immediate upgrades, but it's going to be interesting to see how this team does in the War meta and as well as the rest of the other game modes. So thank you as always, guys. Good luck with your Redstar polls, and I'll see you guys in the next one.